Ever been phished? No, not with a fishing rod and bait, but with a cyber attack? Welcome to the age of digital deception, where criminals are casting wide nets in the hopes of catching victims off guard. Phishing is a type of cyber attack where scammers attempt to trick you into handing over sensitive information. They accomplish this by masquerading as a trustworthy entity, like your bank or a social media platform. And just like the angler that uses different baits for different fish, there are various types of phishing attacks, each one tailored to catch a specific kind of user. But don't worry, we're going to navigate these murky cyber water together, identifying the 10 most common types of phishing attacks. First up, we have deceptive phishing, the most common type of phishing attack. Now imagine this, you're minding your own business when suddenly you receive an email. It's from your bank, or so it seems. They're alerting you of suspicious activity. Panicked, you click on the link they've helpfully provided, leading you to a web page identical to your bank's. You punch in your login credentials, and voila! You've just been hit by a deceptive phishing attack. This is an example of deceptive phishers. They masquerade as a legitimate company, often a financial institution or a service provider, to trick you into revealing personal information or login credentials. Their weapons of choice? Emails or text messages that appear authentic, complete with company logos and official language. But here's the catch. These attackers often create a sense of urgency or promise incredible deals to pressure you into taking immediate action. So remember, if an email seems too urgent or too good to be true, it probably is. Next, we have spear phishing, the more personal phishing attack. Now don't let the name fool you, it's not about aquatic hunting, but it is about precision targeting. Imagine an archer drawing back their bow, aiming for a single target. That's spear phishing. In this type of attack, cybercriminals go after specific individuals or companies, rather than casting a wide net. They arm themselves with personal information which can be anything from your job title to your favorite pizza topping. This personal touch makes the scam seem more legitimate, more believable. They might pose as your bank, your boss, or even a trusted friend. They craft an email that's just too good to ignore. But remember, it's a ruse, a digital mirage designed to steal your data or infect your system. So, what's the takeaway? Always be wary of unexpected emails, even if they seem to know a lot about you. Now, let's talk about whaling. No, not the marine activity, but another type of phishing attack. Whaling, unlike its oceanic counterpart, doesn't involve harpoons or large aquatic mammals. Instead, this form of cyber attack targets the big fishes of the corporate world, CEOs, CFOs, and other high-ranking executives. Whaling is a more sophisticated twist on phishing, where cybercriminals don't cast a wide net hoping to catch unsuspecting victims. Instead, they research their targets, creating personalized messages or websites that appear legitimate, often mimicking the style of communication these executives are accustomed to. They'll pose as a trusted colleague, a significant client, or even a government official, using the executive's fear of damaging these important relationships to their advantage. These attacks can have far-reaching consequences, as these executives often have access to sensitive company information. So, it's crucial for everyone, especially those at the top, to remain vigilant. Remember, even the big fish can get caught in these cyber nets. Let's move on to pharming, a different kind of phishing. Now, pharming might sound like something you do in overalls with a straw hat, but it's far from it. It's a sneaky tactic that cybercriminals use to redirect unsuspecting internet users from legitimate websites to fraudulent ones. Imagine this, you're trying to log into your bank account, typing in the correct URL, everything seems normal. But unbeknownst to you, you've been redirected to an identical but fraudulent site. You input your username, your password, and boom! The cybercriminals now have access to your sensitive information. This type of attack takes advantage of vulnerabilities in the DNS system, the internet's equivalent of a phone book. By exploiting these weaknesses, cybercriminals can reroute traffic to their own malicious sites. So, what can you do to protect yourself? Always double-check the website URL, folks. It might just save your bank account, your identity, or both. Next up, we have Dropbox Phishing, a creative way cybercriminals use to reel you in. Picture this. You receive an email, seemingly from Dropbox, with a link to a document that you supposedly need to review or sign. You click on the link, and it leads you to an eerily accurate mock-up of the Dropbox login page. You enter your login credentials without a second thought. But here's the twist, you've just handed over your precious data to a cybercriminal. This is Dropbox phishing in a nutshell. Cybercriminals send out mass emails masquerading as Dropbox, with fake links that redirect you to sham Dropbox login pages. Once you enter your login details, they can access your real Dropbox account and by extension all the confidential information stored there. Phishing, especially Dropbox phishing, is a crafty game of deception. So next time you get a Dropbox link, think twice before clicking. Remember, caution is the key to cyber safety. Let's talk about Google Docs phishing, another clever way to steal your information. Now you might be thinking, Google Docs? Really? But sadly, yes. Even this seemingly harmless tool can be morphed into a phishing weapon. Here's how it works. Cybercriminals send out deceitful emails that appear to be from a trusted source, often a contact from your list. These emails contain what seems to be a legitimate Google Docs link, but alas, it's a trap. Once you click on the link, it redirects you to a page asking for your Google login credentials. The moment you enter them, voila! The hackers have it. All of it. Your emails, your documents, your data, everything. Quite a sneaky trick, isn't it? But now that you know their game, you can play it safe. Remember, always verify before you click on any link. Next, we have clone phishing, a sneaky way to make you believe in the authenticity of the email. This method is as stealthy as a cat on a hot tin roof. The cyber crooks behind clone phishing create a near-perfect replica of a legitimate email you've received before. They then resend it to you with one major difference. The link or attachment in the email, which was harmless before, is now infected with malware, or leads to a deceptive site. Let's say you received an email from your favorite online store a month ago with a link to their latest sale. A clone phishing email might look exactly like that email, but the link now leads to a site designed to steal your credit card information. Now that's a sale nobody wants to be part of. Phishing perpetrators are crafty, but you're craftier. Always be on the lookout for any slight changes in the emails you receive. Now, let's discuss man-in-the-middle phishing, where the attacker gets in between you and your data. Imagine you're having a conversation with a friend, but unbeknownst to you, someone else is secretly listening in, taking notes of every detail. That's essentially what man-in-the-middle phishing is, except instead of a chatty friend, it's your sensitive data that's being intercepted. Here's how it works. The attacker sets up a fake network, often disguised as a public Wi-Fi hotspot. You, unaware, connect to this network, thinking you're simply accessing free internet. The attacker, now the man in the middle, can easily intercept all the data you send and receive, including your login credentials, credit card information, or confidential business data. It's like being robbed in broad daylight without even knowing it. That's why it's crucial to ensure you're always using secure connections, especially when dealing with sensitive information. Remember, secure connections are your best friend. Finally, we have Vishing, phishing's voice-activated cousin. Now this is where things get a bit old school. Vishing, or voice phishing, is a form of attack where the assailant uses the telephone system to trick unsuspecting individuals into revealing their sensitive information. Imagine this, you receive a phone call from what appears to be your bank. The voice on the other end sounds professional, perhaps even a little too professional. They express concern about suspicious activity on your account, and of course you panic. They kindly offer to help resolve the issue, but first they need to verify your identity. They ask for your account number, your social security number, your birth date, and before you know it, you've handed over the keys to your financial life. This is Vishing in action, a blend of social engineering and voice communication. It's devious, it's old-fashioned, but it's effective. So the next time your phone rings, be cautious, it could be a visher on the line. That was quite a journey, wasn't it? Stay safe out there and keep your information secure. You never know when the next phishing attack might come. Remember, knowledge is power.